Anyway. Hey guys, what's up? This is Reverend Deadlypudding. We're back with more Dark Souls 2. Now, as you notice, I did the a different type of bow this time. So yeah, I did do just a couple. Oh, that was kind of close. I did do just a couple of things last time after fighting the Ruined Sentinels. Now, they weren't really big things, big important things. Basically, I did some co-op on the Ruined Sentinels fight so I could get Token of Fidelity and join the Blue Sentinels. The guy who's the head of the Blue Sentinels teaches you the dual bow gesture. And I also bought from him, let's see, Heavenly Thunder, which I may or may not use. I've got the faith requirement. I need to probably get another attunement slot at some point. And I also spent the a lot of the souls that I got from co-op on this guy so I could get him to change.
You need armor? Go ahead. See what I'm offering.
So now two things are important to note here. He sells the Alva armor, which I bought 2 pieces of. The Alva armor is actually a relatively light armor set that offers some pretty decent defense and okay poise, to be honest. But, you know, poise is kind of broken in this game, so I don't know. I also bought the Elite Knight set from him as part of the way to get him to do stuff. Yeah, I bought that whole set. And I bought the Royal Soldier armor just to basically, because I had to fill out something else, you know, I had to have a little bit more. Anyway.
Are you sure?
No, you're not going to sell out while I'm away. Did I? No, I completely forgot to do this. It's a good thing I was in here. You can go up here and there's a chest up here. Titanite shard. Good stuff. I mean, that's useful and everything. Let's see, what do I have my equipment upgraded to right now? +5 each. Trying to think of anything else. Well, that Haydnite Iron Mask might be pretty good to upgrade. Sorry, I'm just kind of getting some... Never mind, I've only got 1 soul. Oh, and that reminds me. Sorry, one last thing here to mention is that, well, I should just probably show it here. When you have, when you talk to Malin, the armorer, with the 0 souls after he's gotten in his laid-back, crotch spread position, you get this set, the Oros set. And this is... I'm going to put on the helmet for a second here. This set is odd because there is a visible version of the set. It's apparently really pretty tough to get. I haven't picked it up myself. But the invisible version of the set, at least, all of it has raises equip load on it. So what does it do? It raises equip load by about 0.6 for the helmet. And I'm guessing the rest of the armor is similar. The equip load raising does not actually account for the entirety of the set's weight itself, though. And you know, to be honest, for completely invisible armor, it's actually got pretty good defense. No poise though on it. I think the normal visible version has poise. Right, so... Oh yeah, and when you join the Covenant, you get a ring for the Covenant. Like, every Covenant has a ring. I think the only thing the Guardian Seal does is allows you to to come as a protector for someone who's being invaded. I don't think it has any extra effects. Speaking of covenants, guess I should have showed this one a little bit earlier. But hey, I was in a hurry.
You're undead, aren't you?
Yes, it's the
You have that
crestfallen
distinct
warrior.
scent, the smell of irreversible fate. This is Majula. It is a kind of settlement. A place where life is almost normal. And in Drang Lake these days, there are very few places like that.
Now, I don't remember any of his dialogue being particularly important. He's just crestfallen warrior being crestfallen warrior, you know? So I'm kind of going to skip through the rest of it so I can get to the covenant and I think gesture that he's got.
I am Solden. And
Oh,
like you,
there's his name.
You probably heard that it was possible to... Well, there's nothing here for you. Do you know much about... Even I'm not certain. I'm told that the soul is the anything living, what we call the curse. Do you see what that means? To be alive. We undead will... And that's quite a predicament.
I should point out that when I said he doesn't say anything important, it's not anything really important to the main storyline. It's very lore focused, you know? And I'm not going to touch on the lore too much. There's other people that are more invested in it than I am that will probably look into it pretty heavily. So that's why I'm not too interested.
There are 4 beings in this land with giant souls.
This is important to the story,
and
though.
Wherever you go from here, you'll sooner or later come up against them. Each has a powerful soul and a terrible curse. If that frightens you, then you ought to just give up right now, like I have. Do you ever cry out for help?
And I think this is where
The journey of an undead. You'll face invaders from... If you need help, when you face danger, protection is yours.
So I'm not going to join the Way of Blue. I could and get the ring. The ring is, it's kind of funny. The ring actually acts as sort of a mini life ring. But I'm not going to worry about that, so I'm not going to join the Covenant.
If you ever require, I will stay. Look how they fret. Oh, dear me.
So I wanted to learn his gesture, though.
May you find...
And let's check the number of deaths while we're up here. Was that 5 million deaths? Or is that... Yeah, that's 5 million deaths. Almost 6 million. That's a lot of deaths. I have no idea what's the deal with the back of this, honestly. Praise the sun. Or just you ahead. I think I also pointed out the Covenant of Champions over there on that tablet. The first little bit that we came through. Right, so let's see how far I got. Servants' quarters, last place I was at there. Okay. I'm going to come back to the Lost Bastille. For now, I've got business elsewhere. So I turned this mechanism down here recently. So we can go in this direction. Oop. I do have some things that I'll need to show in this area coming up. Can be kind of problematic of an area, sort of. But first, we actually have an NPC up here, who I think is like... This guy is just like one of the goofiest NPCs to me. So, he's sitting in a fucking chair, staring at the wall. I'm just like... What is your deal, dude? What is your deal? Anyway, he should talk to us. I think we've got the right requirements. He has some kind of intelligence and faith requirement to talk to him, which is, I think the stat requirements to talk to NPCs is a load of crap.
The dark stirs. I see it. The dark is sparked within you. My name is Falcon. I will trade with you. What do you need?
Alright, so I can buy stuff from this guy. He's got... Ooh, Archdrake staff and chime. That's interesting. That chime actually might be pretty good. How much is that? 4,000? Okay. He's got dark pine resin in abundance. He's got magic barrier. And he's got a ton of, like, hexes here. Hexes require, as you can tell by looking at the stats at the bottom, they require both intelligence and faith. This character that I'm making, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go with hexes eventually. Well, I kind of might. Like, I'm probably gonna go with more of the chime hexes. So, like, what does resonant flesh do? Transforms a certain number of souls in HP over a period of time. No. What I'm probably gonna do is get stuff like resonant soul and great resonant soul and resonant weapon. Let's see, dark weapon and dark orb. No. And definitely I'm gonna get like magic barrier and great magic barrier at some point in this playthrough because it fits with the character. The dark stuff, I don't know. I thought about doing it. I'm still leaving it up. I don't think. I may just stick with faith, actually. Yeah, I just kind of like completely went around what I was thinking there. Lesser foe, it is indeed. You have to excuse me, I'm probably going to read a lot of the messages just because I like to see what's on the ground. Even though I'm decently familiar with this game at this point. Okay, we're gonna try something a little bit interesting here. Yeah. Oh, those guys look resistant to lightning or something. That is a moon butterfly, I guess is what they're probably called. Not to be confused with moonlight butterfly. But moon butterflies spit poison. Pointless. It's neat though, I actually didn't notice that before. Now, I played the network test. I was lucky enough to do it. Unfortunately at the time I was slightly handicapped, so even though I got a chance to play, my ability to play was quite limited. And this was the area for the network test. Let's trigger this. Yeah, that door will just get broken into by this guy. I'm opening up this shortcut first before I go back down there. And also, I wanted to trigger that guy. Now, the main reason I did co-op for that token of fidelity is because if you don't, then you have to get that right down there. And that is... I do not like that jump. That jump is seriously like the worst. I don't ever want to mess with that jump again. Though I probably will have to at some point because it does lead to like an extra side area of this place. And so, hey, we're already at another bonfire. What is this madness? I'm not gonna lie, the distance between bonfires is quite often kind of weird in this game. Like, you would think you're able to warp right from the start. You would think that they would just keep the same sort of distance that the original Dark Souls had. And I will admit, like, at first, I really didn't find much of a problem with the level design, but when you do compare it to the original Dark Souls, and even Demon Souls for that bit, it feels a little flat, because it feels like they really they sort of over-relied on the teleporting bonfires thing, you know? It's like they just kind of made it a little too linear. I don't know. I still think it's awesome. I don't have much to complain. I like the game is awesome. That is to say. There's some places it could have been better. Some places it could have been worse. Some places it did a little bit better, honestly. Don't want to go into it too much, really, because I don't think that's a fitting point for just like random location of the game. Like, yeah, I'm going through Huntsman's Copse. Let me make some complaints. That's not a good idea. They're not really complaints. I mean, I very much overall enjoyed my experience with the game. Certainly some things I thought were a bit goofy, and there were also plenty of things that I liked about the game, plenty of things I didn't like about the game, yeah? You always take one with the other, you know? Certainly, I think some of my biggest complaints in layout and enemy layout and all that stuff is probably more towards the end of the game, to be honest. I think the beginning of the game is pretty decent on its own. Holds up well. I will definitely say that Forest of Fallen Giants is probably one of the best laid out areas in the game, because it really captures the Souls game's feel, I think, at least. And yeah, I mean, it's just a very well interconnected area with a nice, cool little bonfire shortcut. Like, I think the distance between the first bonfire and Forest of Fallen Giants and the second bonfire and Forest of Fallen Giants is a little bit close, you know? But the second bonfire is really cool, and because it, you know, has so many different branching paths from it and shortcuts back to it, and I don't know, I think it's really cool. Alright, we got a Pharaoh's Lock Stone from that, which, you know, is about as good as you can hope for there, I suppose. And just to make sure there was nothing over here. Didn't think there was, but thought I would look. Alright, we'll pop a lifey after that. Okay, as you can see there, I did a plunging attack as I was coming upon the jump. Main reason I did it like that was because basically, if you just continue on and fall normally, you'll roll off. And I didn't want to roll off, so that's why I did it the way I did it. So I don't get it. Are these guys resistant to lightning? Resistant to lightning? No, they're not. I guess I was just hitting the other one with like some splash or something. It must have been. Monastery charm. Every time I see that, I keep thinking that a monastery charm is like friggin' like it's a certain type of catalyst. I don't know why I think that, but it's not. Monastery charm is an item. It's an item that does some decent things, I guess. Fun fact: monastery is referring to the painting guardians. What? Though that's mostly a New Game Plus thing. Right. I really want to get the moss over there that dropped, but I'll have to... Okay, that guy, I think I can hit him. Oh yeah, totally. Is he the only guy down there? I feel like there was somebody else down there. Right. Okay. Oh, those guys got dropped cracked red eye orbs? I didn't actually know that. Should have guessed though. I like how there's like tons of bloodstains down here. Ricard's rapier. So I didn't quite get the poison moss that was up there. You know, big whoop, whatever. Obvious illusory wall is obvious. I almost feel like we should put a message there. I haven't put any messages down. Let's put it anyway. You know, it's just having a little bit of fun with things. Is it an object? Yeah, it's probably an object. Something. Illusion ahead. Okay, illusion ahead. I guess that's good enough. I like that you don't have to have the orange soapstone. Like, that's not separate. Like, that's a nice change. There's a lot of nice changes in the game, you know? Like, it's nice that there are 4 ring slots now, you know? Let's see if we can backstab this guy. Nope. Wow. The mace's range strikes again. Tempted to just bring a torch in here and light that motherfucker. It's not that dark of a room though. Let's be honest. Huntsman's Copse. where the undead were hunted. But now, there's no telling the hunters from the hunted. That guy always tries to ambush about the time that you killed the other dude. Pretty sure you saw him try to ambush him before anyway. Alright. Let's move on, shall we? I feel like this area can get a bit long, even though there's not a lot to it. Be wary of left, because there's a guy up here. Like, you can see him obviously right there. These guys have a bit of health, you know. Like 2 shots on them with the 2-handed mace is kind of a little bit of health. Back. That's talking about this dude, I guess. Okay, that guy's moving a little bit faster. I think those guys are called something like something. I actually knew this at one point. They're like created undead or something. I don't know. They're supposed to be basically like they're like Frankenstein type monsters, I guess is the best way to put it. Alrighty. Not too bad with the lightning spears, but you know, that's lightning spears for you. Okay, there's the other dude over there. Alrighty. Where you at, bro? When are you gonna jump in? There's a guy that jumps in here, I'm almost sure. Okay, maybe it was a different one. I thought for sure there was a dude that jumped in here. So we picked up the Morning Star. Oh yeah, we already had a Morning Star. Who knew? Well, I should have known. I'm sure it's decent. It's got bleed on it, right? It does have bleed on it, doesn't it? Yeah, it's still got bleed on it. Thought so. Man, love being able to use Lightning Spear so early in the game. And I love that it's actually, like, better. Oh shit. Forgot about that guy being up there. Because I couldn't get an... Shit. Couldn't get a good angle on him before. Okay. Oh. Yeah, I hear you. Oh, there we go. I'm kind of thinking maybe I should invest in some kind of bow, like a crossbow or something. I've picked up a crossbow by this point, haven't I? Light crossbow. Yeah, I need, what, 1 more point in strength to wield it? I guess I'll get that extra point in strength to wield it. You know? Man. You know, that is actually technically better with the slower casting speed, though. Huh. Man, I just don't know about the freaking, like, chimes in this one. They seem a bit obtuse to me. Okay. Like, why did that guy die in one hit? Did he really just have that little health? Okay, I'm gonna drop off in this one. More poison moss, some green blossoms, good stuff. Soul spear, okay stuff, I guess. Actually gonna use a heal. Fun fact, since I didn't get to show this on stream, in co-op, heal actually can heal allies as well, which I think is really cool because it was kind of, I thought it was kind of dumb that the only spells that could heal other allies in co-op took like freaking 50 faith to do, you know? It was like 50 faith or something, wasn't it? It was a really high faith number for them. I don't remember exactly, but this is the one with the guy jumping. And I thought that was kind of garbage. Why does someone... So we got that coming down now. That'll take us across to another bonfire, sort of, kind of. But before we do that, well, actually, I'd kind of like to go ahead and get this bonfire if I can. What does it say? Not here. Okay. I do like the random tree stumps just kind of littered around. So there's our next bonfire. Obviously locked. We've got a couple of different ways to go for it. I'm actually not going to go inside the cave, though. Instead, I'm going to go around the difficult way, I think. Okay, come on. This pathway is littered with a couple of archers. Beware of ambush to the left, yes. These guys don't really do a lot of damage, to be honest. I'm kind of like, eh. These guys. Alright, and there's a couple of dudes up here hiding in the grass. You can see one of them right there. So we'll pop him with the lightning bolt. Isn't there one more guy up here? Yeah, there he is. Thought he's about to fall off, actually. I didn't want to fall off myself. Poison throwing knife. Totally worth coming up here, right? Seems to be the consensus. Try below. Yeah. 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 It's a bit sketchy, but I can do it. Oh god. Yeah. Poison moss. Totally worth it, right? Okay. Oh, God. Okay. Okay, we just kind of got ourselves in a bad spot for a second. I'm like, seriously, the mace's range is such trash. Okay, you know what? That was a bit close. That was a bit close. Yeah, I know there's still one more guy in here. I'm just like, oh man, I really cut it a little bit close there. Some sloppy play. Whew, okay, but got the thing I was looking for now. To get into the bonfire. Oh boy, was that was too close for comfort. Okay, that was the dude from up there. There's an invader in this area. There she goes. Alright. Well, I'm gonna run back to this way. Because I want a little bit more room. And I would love, love. Wow, I missed. Merciless Rowena. Not too bad of an invader. She wasn't nice enough to drop anything either. Invaders seem to have random drops. I think I've heard that at least. I may be wrong, maybe inaccurate. We've heard that invaders have random drops, and since they only spawn the one time until you use something like a bonfire ascetic or go into New Game Plus, that's kind of retarded. Okay, let's talk to this dude here.
Who are you? I thought you were that bastard for a moment. You've set me free. Now I can find him. The cheeky prick. He won't know what hit him. I am Creighton of Mirror. I travel from land to land to hone my blade. I've heard this land was full of danger. I thought it would suit me perfectly. I joined forces with a man on the way, but he was no more than a backstabbing knave. He took the first chance he had to try and off me. I decided to set a trap for him here. But then I got trapped myself. I can't believe that I was so dense. Thank the stars that you came along. You be careful of him. Pate, I think he said. He wears this rather unusual ring. You'll know it when you see it. I've seen his type before. He kills entirely for the pleasure of it. I'm sure I won't be his last victim. The man's better off dead. I tell ya. He's a slick talker, so don't let him fool ya. Pate, the man with a strange ring. Watch out for the slimy rat. And don't you believe a word he says. I'll find the common footbed and put an end to his roguery.
So, this guy right here, Lautrec. Oh, sorry, Creighton is looking for a rather patchy fellow named Pate, who we've seen before. So we got new gesture there, fist pump. Pretty simple. Forgot to show the welcome one. This is since this is basically the "Are you not entertained" gesture of the game. It's not quite as good as the one from Dark Souls, but you know, still